watching this to see if we get this pullback to fill these singles here at the D, the D singles right here. And you have, this is the overnight high. You have this node building here. I think the target would be this POC would be the first one. Your 4,400 would be the next one. You have to watch out for this market profile POC, and then your ultimate goal would be this value area high at the weekly value area high. We came into this weekly value area down here. So there's a good chance we'll retrace that entire thing, at least back to, this is the weekly POC here. So I would say at least back to there. There we're moving down a little more. See if we can fill those singles. Take them both right there if we can get them. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see future videos of how I trade market profile and volume profile. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. Came right to it and didn't fill us, but it's got to go through it to fill. So it would have needed to fill these singles to actually fill that order. See if we can get it to, test this value area high. I'm sorry, the overnight high here. That would obviously fill us. Or right there. There we go. Now we don't want to see this down into this node. See how it acts here at the overnight high. Here's the open. I think we should probably go under that open. So we need to move this down. Ideally, we see this spring back into this node here. Just like that right there. That's what we're looking for. So now can we get some continuation? Got the target there at 95. My normal 27 would be here. I think if we get going, it'll be pretty easy to get to this POC. I'll take my first one here and probably extend my second one up towards this 4,400. Put it at 99.25. So you can see why I wanted to move under this open. That gives you one more line of defense there. Now we need to see, can we get some extension on this E period? We want to watch this level right here. If this E period comes up here and stops, it might start falling back in, but we'll protect this. By the time we get here, I'll protect this just in case it does that. Then if we can get over this E, I think we're looking pretty good. So the overall concept here is that we're breaking back into this value area, this weekly value area. Here's the low. Now that we're over this overnight high, so based on that concept, your target would automatically be here and here. Your weekly POC, this 4,400 comes into play because it's such a prominent number. And then your value area high, which is up here, was automatically become your points of interest. So that's your concept. And then because I wasn't in this when it broke over, I was looking for a place to get in. It was up here. This was the obvious spot in my mind to try to continue this trade. So you're thinking of that overall concept. This is how I got in. And now I'm just continuing that concept, following through. Now we need to see, can this E period get over this level right here? Then can we break the D? That'll take us to our first target. How does it react when we get to this POC? Does it look like it's done? Or does it look like we're going to have some continuation there? Then we'd be looking at the 44. So we do the same thing. And you do have this market profile POC, so you're going to have to watch that. And then, like I said, the ultimate goal would be this weekly value area high right here. Problem that I would run into here is, after it hits here, or if it hits here, it may come back and retest these areas and then go back to this. So it's whether you can hold and how much you're willing to give up, whether you can stay in that. Is that practical that you're going to hold to there? Because chances are it's not just going to flush all the way up to this 4,300, this value area high. So now we're getting to that level I was talking about. We want to see, do we pick up momentum because we're going to break this, or does it start to fall off? So you do have this value area high right here from yesterday. So this is something I would keep an eye on. And then this corresponds pretty good with this market profile POC up here too. I mean, if you really look at this, this is going to be your problem area right here. And if you can't even get to here, then there's a good chance this is going to fall back on itself. You got your POC down here. I think you can protect this now. You can see it's kind of having trouble at that level. So, I mean, you could have taken one here. Would have been almost 5 points. Normal 27 is there at 93.75. So it'd be a hard time. It'd be hard for me not to take it if we got to this 397. I would certainly consider it. You're only talking a few points here. Just going to depend on how it gets through here, if it gets up there at all. Just going to move this, give it a little more room, see if we can uh, get another rotation out of this. I have to be down here under the E period. What's this? 85. If we get up here again, I will take one or at least move a stop up underneath it. 2 minutes till that next time period opens. The chance this next time period is going to want to come down and do a rotation like this. So you just got to decide whether you want to, how confident are you that we're going to make it to here before we make it to here, or is this whole thing going to collapse on itself? If F can't break the E high, then I'll just close this. It'll start to look like the trade I posted yesterday where it starts stepping down, and then you would try and take that short back to at least to the POC here. Somebody was asking me about uh, getting better at holding their trades, and this is basically how you do it. You just go into the lower contract size, and you just keep trying to hold longer, hold. How I move that stop. So you just hold for another rotation, and you definitely get burned, and sometimes you're wrong, and but then you start to notice nuances. Like this was a pretty strong move up, so it'd take quite a bit, I think, for this to fall back on itself. But you start to notice nuances that kind of keeps you in the trade. There, we're pushing that D high. There, we're to my 27, 375. And put that there. That took out our first target. Pull this off because that was the stop on the other target. Now we're going to move this up so we at least get that 27 on both. They're real close to that 40 ticks. It's going to keep moving this up. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see future videos of how I trade market profile and volume profile. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. We hit this POC right here. That just took us out for our second contract. I believe it took us out about here at 575. So that would have been 35 ticks on that second one. So we got the target on the first one at 32. And I believe we got 35 there. I was looking for it to, I thought maybe it was going to push up into this 40 ticks and flush through here to this POC. And it still might, obviously. I just felt like this was kind of the big problem area, and whatever it was going to give me in that initial push, I took it.